here we go.
What are we doing today?
So basically, if you've been following us on Instagram for the last 36 days, we've been doing a 36-day, what's our intro we always say?
Hi, welcome to day whatever. This is renovating our master bathroom under 3K. So we had a goal that we set out for, renovating the upstairs bathroom, our master bathroom for under $3,000. We started it in June. It's now October 1st.
So they weren't consecutive days, obviously, because we've done 36 days.
And there's some days that we work like a half day and then we kind of merge days, but roughly about 36 days.
Yes, 36 days. So basically I put together all 36 days of our reels into a YouTube video, and what we're going to be doing is watching the reels 1 through 36 and commenting on them and reacting to them and talking about them in more detail. So stay tuned till the end. There will be a running total. So did we do it under 3K? Did we not? I don't know. You'll have to wait till the end. Let's go. Go ahead.
So some of these videos we haven't watched for months.
Today, should I turn the sound on?
Air sound.
You can hear it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this was day 1. This is how the bathroom used to look. It was very 80s, 90s.
I don't know, it's very gold, but like shiny gold. And the fiberglass shower.
So it had a fiberglass shower, a really disgusting toilet that didn't work, a gross vanity.
Yeah, vanity was broken kind of.
The sink was like crusty. The floors were linoleum. Very creaky.
Still a little creaky.
Wait, right. I thought that was day 1. Oh wait, this is day 1.
And the blinds.
That was just a video of the before. This was the reel that Josiah made out of it. So 90s.
And the door didn't function. Also, there was a part missing in that shower faucet.
Oh yeah, the shower was broken.
So it didn't actually get warm.
I'm gonna turn it down. We can just watch it.
Yeah, and then part of this, I remember started, because I'm a teacher, I have summers off. I started it right at the end of the school year. Kind of surprised, weren't you out of town that weekend?
I was like on a girls trip, and I was like, I had an inkling that Josiah was gonna like demo it, because he's always the demo boy. And then I'm left to put things back together.
So if you ever run into this, there's no easy way to like actually take out a fiberglass shower. You just kind of have to chop it up.
Yeah. But it was nice to come home and be like, okay, the project started. I guess we're forced to like do it.
And I chucked it out the window.
Yeah.
There was just like so much trash. It was like the easiest thing. That went straight to our backyard.
And that day we found that there was a big like hole in the main sewer pipe. So it's cast iron, or it was, because we replaced it. But yeah, we found out there was a big hole in it because we were like, oh, this bathroom's gonna be so much easier than the last bathroom to renovate. And we still had to do a lot of like fixing.
Not really.
Yeah. But you chopped it up.
Yep, and this is kind of where I find that hole.
Yeah. Good job wearing your mask.
I did. Very good PPE. So that white pole is the sewer line. The box that you see is for the washer dryer, and that we ended up changing out. Didn't you? Oh yeah, because all the little faucets were rusted and they leaked. And there's the hole. But we got that fixed and taken care of.
That was such a pain in the butt. Let me tell you.
That's what the downstairs looked like.
Yeah. That crack was huge. Like literally someone would take a shower and for years, / flush the toilet. For years, it just was flooding under the house, which is disgusting. But it's all fixed now. It's all new plumbing, so we're good to go. Then there was termite damage too.
Oh yeah, the wall that is, you kind of see like the yellow, that was like a shared wall with our neighbor. And
that was funky. We could literally see the back of his shower, like
niche.
Yeah.
Their niche literally butted right up against our plaster. So they're kind of like, there's no really division in the wall, but no. He kind of went too far over on our side.
It was weird. It's like literally a shared wall.
You'll see it. It's like the back of it's kind of black.
Yeah.
But right here, the floor was not level. The shower kind of like pulled on one side. So even though it's fiberglass, it didn't really level it out super well.
Well, we weren't going to take up the floor originally because we thought the plumbing was fine. But then we found that hole, and the only way we could repair that hole and take that whole joint out was taking out the subfloor. So we had to do it, which was unfortunate, and just it made the project like more in depth and harder. But we did it.
Termites.
Yeah, there was a lot of termite damage.
Okay, so yeah, we did about, I said 258 of plumbing repairs. Yeah, fittings and the PVC are semi-expensive, not too bad. When you get to like the shark bites and the brass stuff, that's where the price really adds up.
Yeah, which we didn't have to do really any of that. It was mostly just the major big pipe. And we did have to take it through the roof, and that took a while too because we had to coordinate with our roofer, and our roofer was not being very cooperative. So we got it done eventually, but it just, more complications to the project occurred because of that issue. Yeah.
Yeah, we have like a warranty on our roof and we didn't want to void it, and it was during the busy season.
This is just, he did the washer dryer replacement of those valves.
So shutting off the water, day 6. So there was kind of like 2 projects going on. You can see how like leaky they were and rusted. So I got all that taken care of.
I feel like I was out of town that weekend too.
You might have been.
Hey, sorry, buddy.
And I just chopped it out because that was the easiest thing to do. And I remember what I ended up doing when I was cutting the copper. I cut a little bit too much off. And then when I like was going to like do kind of like a little like T or elbow or something, I ended up not having enough copper, and it was like I had to do like an extra elbow, which kind of made it weird. But it's all like snugged up and good. That's why you see like the red side, the hot side is like an elbow,
yeah.
And then the cold side is like a straight line.
I don't think I ever really saw that.
Yep. Make sure you measure and
If I was there,
leave enough copper.
what would I have told you?
Slow
down. We need a plan first.
I'm the doer.
He's just the let's jump in and do it, and I'm like, whoa, we need to slow down because that's how we make mistakes. So I always have to calm him. Right.
Okay, what are we doing here?
Oh, this was just reinforcing some of the floor area because we took out OSB. Like we wanted to make sure the shower area was super supported with the floor joists. So I just did a lot of blocking in that area. It's more just labor. Like we were able to use all our scraps and stuff. So because as you know, we're trying to do this under 3K.
And that shower drain like went through the joist and they kind of cut a good section out.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure that was just extra reinforced.
Yeah. Yeah, so I put a running total throughout this whole video. So you'll see as we go, like how much we're spending. And then I'll have a total at the end. So you'll have to wait and see. As I've said. A lot of people doubted us and have doubted us.
It was close.
It was close.
I still, you
Or
added
was
it up.
it? Or wasn't it?
You
We
added
haven't shared
up.
the total yet.
You haven't told me the total yet.
I haven't?
No.
No.
All
This
right,
is part
We
2.
split day 8 up in 2.
What are we doing here? Demo still? This is day what?
This is 8, part 2.
Day 8.
Do we take out the toilet?
I guess
Looks
so.
like we're about to.
So that toilet was like, it had this really gross rust in the bottom. Like I tried everything to get the rust out and like I could not get it out. And it was like an extremely old toilet. It didn't flush that strong. So I mean, we're gonna replace it anyways. But of course the bolts were rusted on. So that's why Josiah was cutting it with the Sawzall. But we got it off. And then I just cracked it, I remember, with a hammer. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, the edge popped off. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it really wasn't usable. So like why try to like be
Yeah.
super slow with it, just get it out.
How many toilets have we replaced now?
Probably like 5, 6.
No.
If you count Luray.
We only replaced
one.
one at Luray. Decker, 2, 3, 4.
I said 5. That wasn't that far off.
4 toilets. Okay, what is this?
Okay, so I'm kind of telling you the plan of, we've had like roofing problems. So like we were trying to put a vent tube up. We also were debating, we were adding in a bathroom upstairs. We still are. That's still in the works. So you'll probably see more on the YouTube channel about that in the future. But the toilet, we were debating doing a sandy flow toilet, which kind of like will pump waste up and over. But we ended up not doing that just because there was like not too many problems, and most plumbers are like, that's a stupid idea. So you're like, okay.
Yeah, plumbers, I was surprised. They really did not suggest doing the sandy flow. They just said like, you're gonna have more problems in the future, which I always thought they were fine because you use them in basements a lot because you don't have the right slope to get like a drain to the actual main. So I thought it was fine. My parents have a sandy flow and they were always like, yeah, it's fine in the basement. And then we got like 2 or 3 quotes and everybody was like, no, don't do a sandy flow. So we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so just normal gravity is what takes the waste out of the house.
Yeah, so that's what we ended up doing. But I mean, that was a whole nother story. That's been a mess. Our plumbers were not good, but it's almost fixed. So this, we're taking out, there was a utility sink. So the washer dryer is on the other side of the bathroom that we're working on. So we took out that utility sink and we're actually using that in the new bathroom, which I'm very excited for. It's like what year is it from? 50s?
I think 40s.
40s?
Yeah. So it was made in Baltimore, it's cast iron, and yeah, it's really exciting that we get to use it.
Yeah, we're gonna paint it like a really fun color. It's gonna be very retro looking. We got a new faucet that's really pretty to go with it. So I think it'll turn out cute. But that's in the other bathroom. So I don't wanna get you guys confused with this bathroom. There's the design
that's
for
what the other one was.
The other bathroom, yeah. Which we shouldn't have included that in this, but we did. Okay, so this we're finally like starting to put things back together. We're putting the OSB down. I remember this taking us like 6 hours, which is ridiculous because it's like one piece of OSB. But I don't know, it just, to level things, it's
and just
hard.
the wall wasn't square.
Yeah,
so
the
trying
wall
to fit
wasn't
it
square. Like, because you wanted that to be super level.
Like it does.
Look how in love we are.
So drywall. That's always a pain trying to load it up and get to your house just because the sheets are so big.
Yeah, we don't have a truck, so.
Even if we did, like, you kind of need a van or a super long extended bed.
Yeah, we have a super reforester, which is great.
Throw it up on the roof.
We put many things on that roof.
It's a little scratched up there.
It is. I saw it the other day and I was like...
Just because of the ratchet straps and all the junk.
Yeah. Yep. It arrived safely. We
Didn't
have had
blow
like a few recent sketchier drives with things on our roof. We bought some beadboard from like the other side of the city and we went through the city and the roads were so bumpy and we didn't strap it down that good. And I remember like I was very sketched out. And then we went through the tunnel on the highway and I was like...
Well, we went to one part of town and it was like all the roads were closed. We had to turn around and like it took like an hour to get home.
Yeah, it was not good.
So we insulated that black part is our neighbor's shower niche.
Yeah.
So all of the wood that we added to support, none of it is tied to any of their wood.
Yeah.
So we wanted to try to have an independent wall free from theirs when they ever wanted to renovate their bathroom in the future. It doesn't mess up ours.
Yeah. So at this point, I had bought a lot of stuff. Like, we had been planning for this bathroom for a long time and like picking out the design and materials. So I started ordering stuff. So you'll see like the running total there. I'm not sure when I share the actual design, but I'll share in this video the design and like the mood board of what this bathroom's gonna turn out to look like. And now that it's done, I can say it looks great.
Really
You like
does.
it?
Yeah, I really do. We used the space well. We kind of got rid of the stuff that was just too crowded.
Weird, yeah.
There's too many like tower rods.
Yeah.
And the mirror's flatter now. It's not a medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
But the Vanity's so much more functional with the drawers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's more like storage. And we got a cool mirror that lights up. So there's like, it's a mix of modern and like antique, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of our style overall, which I really like because it's super functional. We have a bidet that's coming soon. You'll see it in the video. I don't know what day that's on, but we've been loving the bidet. It's fabulous. Okay, so we put drywall up. You probably know, or you don't know. You can use different like substrates behind your tile. Depending on what you use for waterproofing, you can use drywall or what's it called? Cement board. Mm-hmm. So drywall is just easier. It's cheaper, it's lighter, all that. So we did drywall, but it just takes so long, like all of these steps, man. Like looking back through this video, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you see the green drywall, that's just mold resistant. And just getting that level with those walls like took forever.
True.
Which
That is why it took
we kind of just breezed past that, but
yeah.
we had to we did a lot of our own blocking and shimming of this, so it was like perfect. So when we got to doing the tile, it made it much easier.
Yeah. And like we recently installed the shower glass door, and you have to have like perfectly level walls and floors, and I knew that before we were tiling, so that's why we spent so much time on like the work before to make sure the finished product would be good. And I can say it did. It was really level. It was pretty easy to install the shower door.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Worth being slow.
Okay, so this is all the waterproofing stuff we use, which we're actually, I would say we're like a partner with TrueGuard, the products that we use. They're really good. They're similar to Schluter. They're cheaper, same quality. We've used them in 2 bathrooms now. So yeah, you put it down the same way. You're able to buy like a foam curb. That's the pre-sloped shower pan, which makes
so much
it easier.
easier.
Yeah. My first shower I did, I didn't have like the pre-slope because, well, they existed, but I was too cheap to buy it. So I like did the whole sand mortar thing. Did not turn out well. Do you want to talk about this floor?
Yeah, so we decided to do hardwood floors in the bathroom. The rest of our house is hardwood, so we just want to keep the same theme throughout. Yeah. So we're waterproofing them. We put linseed oil on the back of it. We installed them. This is all repurposed hardwood that we got at a salvage store in Baltimore. So we laid it all out. We put there's a semi-permeable membrane underneath. That's a hard word to say. And then
you did a great job.
And then once we actually laid it out, which Anna's a champ for cutting it around the radiator, because the radiator is so heavy.
Yeah, but we didn't like take out the radiator to install it. That's too much work.
Because you don't almost have to add like an extra inch of pipe. But we ended up sanding it all so it is consistent and nice and smooth because they kind of have like little ripples in them.
Yeah, it turned out good. Well, actually, we do have some issues with the finish. I don't know if I like finished it wrong. We bought a really expensive, like high quality, basically like a boat finish. So it's like waterproof. And honestly, the finish didn't turn out that good. Like there's areas where it's like glossier and then like matte, and like just areas that I feel like it pooled more. I like followed the directions, but we weren't super happy with the finish, unfortunately.
No, we sanded the heck out of the floor, and so like it was a nice consistent coat. And we actually burned through our one orbital sander.
True, we broke one.
Yeah. That's how much sandpaper we used.
Yeah, we should have like rented a big orbital, but we weren't ready for that because we have to refinish the whole house floor. So we were like, we don't want to rent it just for this little bathroom. But it did take a while.
So the waterproofing membrane's easy to use.
Yes. And we made videos for the company. We have 4 instructional videos about how to install their products like step by step. So I'll put a link here because I think they're good. I think they're helpful.
Yeah, if you use the product and you just want to see our faces more. I'm a little awkward in the videos. But
yeah, we're both a little awkward. It was kind of like our first videos like we'd ever done like that, so.
It's more of like the instructional type rather than like the entertainment type.
Yeah, that's true. I think you did a great job, buddy.
Thank you, you did it too.
Thanks, buddy.
So you see our shower niches, they look awesome. They're actually tall enough to hold a full-size shampoo bottle. Yeah. Our bathroom downstairs, we have like didn't you make the niche?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't know why I made it so small.
We have like small bottles in it that have like little pumps, but it's not the best.
I know. You kind of live and you learn with each bathroom you do of like function. Because like I feel like we make them pretty, but sometimes they're not always the best functional. So I feel like with that one, like, yeah, we learned to make the niches bigger. And our first bathroom, it doesn't have a shower door because there's a window in the way. And that's honestly the worst thing about that bathroom. So, I mean, this one has a shower door because there's room, but can't do it all.
So the paint's coming up on the walls. You can see some of the light fixtures that we picked out. What'd you pick out?
Some really pretty light fixtures. There are 2. So it's kind of like a mid-century design. It's like an arch mirror and then 2 right next to each other instead of like up here or like more traditional, which I think it's really cool the way it turned out. It was kind of a risk because I was like, this could be weird, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, very stylish.
Yeah.
So we actually did rent a tile saw for the shower. All the tiles were marble. We've had these just sitting in the corner of our bedroom upstairs for like over a year. And they were really hard to install. I think they're 3 inches by 6 inches.
I think so,
something like that. And so we got them for maybe under $100
bucks, yeah.
But there was so many cuts. There's hundreds of cuts for when we do the whole thing. It took forever.
It took us 3 days straight. Like straight. I'm talking like 12-hour days. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we wanted to get it done. Like when I tiled the shower downstairs, it took me like a month because I would do a couple hours each day. So I was like, no, we're doing it together. We're like just hammering it out.
And I'm glad you did downstairs mostly by yourself.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was our last piece.
Yeah. But I think the tile job, it turned out pretty good. There's like a few things that I don't love, but overall, I think we did a pretty good job. Yeah. And I do love the tile. Like it's so classy looking. And just getting it for under 100, I'm like,
that's a steal. I don't know how much it would be retail, but I imagine like $400. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This floor we just bought from like Floor and Decor. That was like, I think we put the price, I forget, maybe 150.
I think
It's a small area, but that's like, it's not a marble, it's a real stone.
They're two stones. One's like dolomite. I think it's the black stone. I forget what the white is.
Yeah, I don't know.
The white I didn't love as much.
Yeah.
The dolomite was like sort of like when you're cutting it, it kind of smelled like a burning smell. So I think it's like some kind of volcanic rock.
I don't know. Yeah, that like I like the look of the tile, but honestly the quality I wasn't very happy with.
Yeah.
That's good. You live and you learn.
And this exhaust fan was an ordeal.
Ugh.
Because when we had a roof replaced in 2021, they prepped and put in like a little collar through the ceiling in preparation for when we actually renovated this bathroom in 2023. And they put the collar right on one of the ceiling rafters, which when you're doing it, they could see it. I don't know why they just left it on there. So we couldn't attach like the little hose to the collar. So we were back and forth with the roofing company over and over. They finally were able to move it out after a lot of
It was like 2 weeks.
emails. It was rough.
I was like calling her, emailing her. I don't know, it was a whole thing. I won't go into it, but we haven't had the best. Uh-oh, it's buffering.
That's fine.
We haven't had the best experiences with contractors in this house. It's been a learning experience, and there's things that we wish, like there's things we've learned and things we would do different working with contractors, but so far it has not been good. We should make a video just about that. It's been a process.
Venting out about all of our problems.
Yeah.
So we really prepped the floors a lot.
Yeah.
Still more sanding.
Yeah, I wish the finish turned out better, but they're still really pretty. Like I like that we did wood floors. Like I feel like I chose the design of wood floors like to make it consistent throughout the house, but then also because I feel like our tiling skills have not been the best on floors. Like our floors down here, there's some lippage, like where one tile's a little bit above the other one, and it just bothers me so much. So I was like, we've laid hardwoods before, and I feel like we do a good job with them. So I was like, let's just do that, and it's cheaper. It really was cheaper, more labor, but cheaper.
All right, I think this is day 27 or 28. So the toilet flange, this is where you had a ton of trouble. So
I don't want to talk about it.
I can talk about it. So the flange originally sat 14, almost like 15 inches away from the wall, which is like the old code for older bathrooms. And nowadays they're at 12 inches. So we bought so many different flanges, and Anna just like messed with it and tried to move it back. We ended up in our already renovated bathroom downstairs, cutting out the drywall so we could like get to some of the plumbing, so we could put a flange that actually pushed the toilet closer to the wall, which in the end,
there's still a gap.
It's like, it's not perfect. It's like the tank part of the toilet's not all the way against the wall, but it's way better than what it was. Before it was like, it was probably like 3 inches.
Huge, yeah.
It was big.
And you can buy, like, there's this kit, it's called Toto toilets, which it basically is like a flange that will move a 14-inch rough into a 12, but they're like $1,000. So I was like, no, we need the $100 toilet. Like, I'm gonna basically have to put in the work to try to figure this out. It took me 4 days. I bought 7 toilet flanges.
Right.
I had like every toilet configuration known to man.
Yeah, and it would have been easier if we like ripped up all the USB and it was just like, we just basically did it from scratch and we set the flange exactly where we wanted it. That would have been easier, but we didn't rip up the USB. Oh, OSB.
I
said
know.
USB. The OSB.
They understand.
I think it's funny when you're sitting on the toilet.
It was also just so uncomfortable to install because I was standing on the vanity downstairs to get in this little hole to like mess with it. It was horrible, but it's done. It's fine. Okay, we're getting to the end of this.
Yeah, we're almost at day 30-ish.
Yeah. So this is like, you know,
doing
putting in
trim
trim.
Getting close to the end.
Yeah.
That's already painted, which you did ahead of time. I don't know if you showed that.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
There's the running total.
Yeah, I wish I put like well, you'll have to wait for the total. Yeah, it's crazy. I did like a fancy little trim thing around, right there, around the toilet thing. I was very proud of that. It took a long time, but I was like, I want to make this classy, so I went for it. Usually I'm the trim girl. Like, we have our roles, you know, we have what we're good at, which is like any partnership. I feel like I'm more of like the finishings, like attention to detail, caulking, We just had a little tiff about caulking.
Because I didn't do a project very good. But I'm good at like doing the tasks that are like just, you don't really have to think about it, you just put music on, like sanding a floor or cutting out the fiberglass old shower.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's easy for me.
We have our strengths.
But we still like, we'll like go and paint a room together.
Yeah.
And that's what we did for this bathroom.
Yeah.
So the Vanity, you did a lot of customization.
Yeah,
but this is a nicer
Vanity,
quality one.
The Vanity we bought used, but it was like, it's all plywood, which is what I wanted. That was like important to me to not have like MDF. I just feel like in a bathroom, like you need a quality Vanity because it gets a lot of water. But yeah, I cut it up a lot and it was already cut up from the last people. So it does look very janky inside, but also our plumbing is kind of weird down there because we have the sink shut off and then we have shut offs at the bottom for our washer dryer and the shower. So I did build like a little box, you'll see it later, to like make it look a little bit better inside of there, but it's a little weird. It's okay.
Yeah, we really just had to customize a bunch for the faucets we use. We like have this salvage like old marble Vanity top, and the hot and cold are separate. Like the old bathrooms used to have it, and we bought these old faucets from eBay. And trying to get a sink bowl that like is an undermount sink to fit this was like super hard.
Yeah.
But we eventually found it. We bought one and they didn't let us return it, so that was annoying. So we have this one.
Sink. Yeah.
Hit us up in the comments if you want to buy it.
If you want a 12-inch round sink,
Because
you
undermount.
can buy it. That's like the theme of this. When you try to stay on a strict budget, you have to be weird and you have to buy things that you have to customize. So it's way more labor than normal. This is why it took us 36 days to do this project. If we had just bought a Vanity that came with the countertop, the sink, the faucet, and put it in, we would have been done. But like, things just take a lot longer. And like, I feel like we kind of do everything that way. Just budget, and I like things to look fancy and nice and luxury. And you can't do that buying.
So you're like buffing up the trim to make it look even nicer.
Yeah.
But even like the faucets that we purchased, or maybe like the same price as a brand new faucet.
Yep.
But it's like this cool antique that gets to just stay with the old Vanity top and like restore it back to how it probably looked before.
Yeah. You'll see that hole. I did mess up installing the shower head. Things like this make me so anxious, like when you get to the end and you're installing like the finishings, because you know you put so many hours into tiling and you could mess it up, and I did mess it up because I drilled in the wrong place. So I still have to fill that hole and make it look better, but it's fine. It's fine.
It can be blended.
It's fine. But I was really mad when I did it. I was like, I don't know if I cried.
So
I probably did.
We were trying to do like a little marble kind of backsplash behind the Vanity.
Yeah.
But if we got one custom made, it would be hundreds of dollars. And we played around with a few like the little pencil edging or some old not old, but marble pieces that like we tried to fit the size, and they're like the right width because our Vanity I think is 24 inches, but they just kind of like didn't fit it well. So Anna actually made these out of wood, which kind of is a little whimsical style, which reminds us of some other designs that you've put in houses before.
True. I think it's cute. I think it was a good, cheap option. Again, it was free. We just used scrap wood and paint. It's not like, I would have loved this beautiful marble custom countertop with the backsplash, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it turned out good.
Yeah, in the end, you gotta kind of like pick your battles. Like this is gonna be a midterm rental for someone one day. So like, as long as it works and it looks pretty, it's like, that's all that matters.
Yeah, you can see we put a lot of love into it. I think we skipped the bidet video. We were talking about something else, but I'm so serious, guys. If you don't have a bidet, go get one.
And our rental will have one.
True, you can come rent this and use our bidet. So this was a shelf I built, and then that was my grandma's, that little flower one. She embroidered it.
Embroidered?
Yeah, so I was happy that we were able to put it in the bathroom because I think it looks cute and it just reminds me of her.
Yeah, we put a lot of like antiques that like are sentimental to us that we want to share with other people.
Yeah.
Here's
this
the
is like the last
doors.
big project. Yeah. We
These
did this
were
after
super-
work one day.
And super heavy.
Super heavy.
We're tired.
Yeah, this was just, if you listen to the reel, it's like saying, I was basically just talking about how we were fighting the whole time installing it. We were just tired after work, hungry.
By the time we finally put the last pane up, it was like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And this is on like a Monday night.
Yeah, after like a full day of like our regular jobs. Like we work regular jobs, so it was a long day. But we made it through. Our marriage is stronger for it. Right?
Sure is.
Right?
Definitely.
He's so nervous. It looks pretty. I feel like I pulled it all together.
And it was level, it slided really good. So nice. Very good quality shower door.
So, okay, we'll put a kind of like B-roll of...
This is day 36. This is the final product.
Yeah, 36. So, stay tuned. I guess not stay tuned. It'll be right here.
Just watch another couple of seconds.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, let us know what you think of the design. Anything else to say? Do you think anybody will actually make it to the end of this video?
No.
It's going to be like a 30-minute video.
Who watches 30 minutes of us?
I don't know. You like to put on videos during your workday and we'll just like tune them out in the background. So do that to this video if you want. Yeah, if you want to see like more like details of this project, you can watch the reels individually. We might have had some other stuff that we posted in between.
Yeah.
But
there's a whole highlight on our Instagram of every single day. So you can watch it there too. Okay, bye.
hi, Mom. I know you're the only one still watching. Okay, bye.